What's up, everybody? I just wanted to get on here and talk for a little bit concerning this Timberland situation with AI. Man, wow, it's a trip. It's a trip. But in all honesty, I'm really not surprised because, and this doesn't make it right. Producers, artists, especially, artists who have household names have been stealing for years and years and years, unfortunately, and taking the credit. And with that being said, it's like, I mean, I don't know Timberland, and I don't know what's going on in his head or anything like that. Definitely respect his work. Coming up, definitely have been inspired by a lot of his work from a lot of his jams he's had a hand in. But it's like, I don't know, I guess to try to see his side of it, he's trying to get ahead of the game per se. But it's like, my man, you can't be that out of it and be so into yourself or be so forward thinking that you're not thinking about all of these people who look up to you, all of these producers who look up to you, and just do your thing. Now he claims he didn't use it for anything, and whatever the case, there's a lot of back and forth. But I really came on here to say this. AI isn't going anywhere. For those who rail against it, us as creators, we need to figure out a way to use AI for our benefit, but still show our creative and human side. So we have to figure out how to manipulate the AI and use it for our advantage and still get our creative things off. You know what I mean? So from a human element. And so yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to figure that out. And it's like, let's just focus on making the music. And more importantly, even making the music, let's take care of our business too. Make sure y'all copywriting and registering your music, whether it be instrumentals or actual songs or lyrics to, your music. Because that's very important to cover yourself as well. And like I said, let's focus on making the music, because in all honesty and in all actuality, there's only 12 keys in music, right? And there's nothing new under the sun in music. Hip hop producers sample and we put our own twist on it and manipulate it and make our own new fresh sounds. Even when we've done that and we chopped it and did everything, we still grabbed it from another source. We still used it, whether it been by permission or you didn't get the clearance for it. I say all that to say, make the music. We got to just make the music. and find a way to put your own creative spin on it. So people will know that it's you. You understand what I'm saying? People will know that it's you. They won't, everybody gets inspired by a lot of different things. Inspiration is everywhere. You can get inspired by, a bird chirping. You can get inspired by cars, tires screeching, on the street, anything. You know what I'm saying? Do we got to pay the copyrights for the bird sounds and the tire screeching sounds? Do we have to get permission for that? I'm just joking around, but y'all get what I'm saying though. So let's just focus on making the music. But more importantly, like I stated, when you make that music, after you've gotten your creative juices off, make sure you're taking care of your business and covering yourself before you post it on these social platforms. Make sure you are copywriting and registering these songs properly and covering yourself. Okay? That's it. So now, these AI music generation or generators, companies, they're getting sued like crazy now. There's lawsuits coming. So it's going to be interesting. Meanwhile, I'm going to be focused on making the music. And like I said, I can't stress enough, whether you use samples, the MPC, whether you're using stock sounds from, whatever DAW you're using, Reason, whatever, BandLab, whatever, make the music. Make the music. Peace.